Okay, y'all. Yes, we are back in business. Now, this is a good seed starting mix. There are no chunks in here whatsoever. It's loose, it's fluffy, and it's just awesome. This is what a seed starting mix should look like. Like I said on the first video, take one. The other potting, just the potting soil that I had bought, it was just a cheap potting soil. It was full of bark and shavings and like splintered wood, and it wasn't good. But anyway, this is what I bought. Now, they had another kind there, and it was half the price. But I used to only buy burpee starts, and I always had real good results with that. And a lady from my church several years ago, Miss Marietta, gave me this book as a gift. And it has literally been like my go-to and has helped me educate myself on gardening. And I have cherished this book because it was just precious that she invested in my dream like that. Y'all, I got it done. I feel so accomplished now. I'm serious. Oh my gosh. It felt so good to get my hand in some dirt. Let me show you what I got here. I saw this little thing on Freedom Homestead, and I knew that I needed it to start my seeds, so I got one. And it was like 25 bucks. I mean, at Walmart. Free delivery. So, hey. Got my seeds all started. Anyway, so I got a little heater in here. I did move it back in my laundry room because it was just too tight in that little bitty bathroom. So I do have a little space heater down here that has a thermostat, and so it does shut off, and I'm not gonna let it get too warm in there. I ordered some heating pads, but FedEx actually lost them, so improvising. Anyway, so down here I have my peppers and my eggplant and some flowers and herbs. And here is my brassicas. And up there, that's all tomatoes. Every one of those is tomatoes. We're huge tomato eaters. I love tomatoes, especially heirloom tomatoes. I have kids that grew up hating tomatoes, and then 1 year in my garden, I got them to taste real tomatoes, what I call heirloom tomatoes, and they really just loved them. But they were like, they cannot stand grocery store tomatoes, and they had hated tomatoes their whole life. And when they actually tasted a real tomato, what it's supposed to taste like, they are tomato lovers too. So anyway, this is progress. This is progress. It's supposed to be 70 something degrees this weekend, and I'm hoping my nephew's gonna come and help me build some things around here and prepare some things for spring. So he's gonna be here probably this weekend sometime, and I will have to take y'all along for that. I'm gonna try to start on my raised beds. I've got to build some cold frames, because when my brassicas get too big for the little things, I'm just gonna move. I'm gonna harden them off and then move them outside. So I did get them done early, but I'm telling y'all, we don't have a spring in Louisiana. Not central. I'm actually a little bit south of central Louisiana. We don't have a spring. It literally goes from cold, maybe 3 days of spring, and then it is hot as heck, like sweat, everything. And I don't mind the heat. As a matter of fact, I actually do better in the heat. I cannot do cold. But that is right around the corner. Now, last year, it was almost like winter never wanted to end. It was like, okay, we're going to end, and then be like, psych, and then it would be cold again. We didn't think it was ever going to get here. So some of these I planted in the 3-inch pots, so that they could stay in that a little bit longer if I needed them to. Now I will set up some lights in here. I have already bought some lights, just some inexpensive fluorescent Walmart lights. I'm going to screw them to a board and hang them with chain from when I took down my rabbit tree when I got rid of all my rabbits a couple years ago. So I had a really nice rabbit tree. All my cages were suspended with hooks and chains and I hooks and S hooks, and I had waste trapment, and it was just really an awesome setup. But when I got sick, I just couldn't do anything. Couldn't do my garden, couldn't do my birds, couldn't do my quail, couldn't do my chickens, my geese, and all that. Plus, there's a whole nother story beside that, but I'm not going to get into it. And then, you know, my rabbits. I actually just turned my rabbits loose in the yard, and they are still around. I see them all the time, but they don't come up to me anymore. But anyway, so I did, like I said, I did use these pots just because they might have to be in there depending on how bipolar Mother Nature wants to be. And my tomatoes are in the bigger pots also. I've planted 4 per pot because I have a friend down the road who used to be my neighbor on the other side of me, and she is just my friend. And so she is ordering a bunch of like bulbs and flowers and stuff, and I'm bartering. We're trading plants for that. So neither one of us have to buy plants. She buys her flower plants, and I buy the vegetables, and I start them off at seed. I'll give her starts, and she'll give me bulbs and all that. And we're kind of working because I really love landscaping as well. I'm going to try to landscape with some herbs this year and some vegetables, actually. I'm going to do some landscaping, like out in the front with food. I'm going to see how that goes. And my elderberries. I got my elderberries done today. They're potted. They're on the front porch. So the with the soil, the first soil that I bought that was so, you know, it wasn't really good. Well, I ended up using it on my elderberries because I had to repot them. I thought my friend Erica from Eden Natural Living Boutique, I thought she had already potted them, but when I got there, they were actually still in the ground. So we just dug them up, put them in pots, and when I got home, I covered them with some soil, and then this morning I got up and I separated them, and I potted them with that mix that was not good for seeds. But anyway, let me take you and show you I'm super proud of those elderberries. Let me see. I'm teaching my son how to cook.
Get me all your pictures.
Thanks for knocking me into the wall.
You're welcome.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna pinch his head off. Anyway. So, there's my elderberries. There's like 1 here. There's actually 2 in here, and it's sending off shoots. I'm gonna see. It's like sending off these extra shoots, so I will have more I can separate and plant. And then here, this sucker was huge. The roots on it was that big, and they're not very mature, but I feel accomplished. I got something done today. I am so happy. Just want to give y'all an update. Man, I can't wait for spring. Y'all be blessed. Goodbye.